everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name's Numi, and today I'll be talking about the books that I've read in October. So I managed to read 5 books in October and start one more. So I'll be talking really quickly about my thoughts and feelings about those books, my ratings, in a really quick way, because I just cannot get my thoughts together for these types of videos, which is why I don't have a lot of these wrap-ups on my YouTube, but I'm trying. So we're gonna go and jump right ahead into it. And with the first book, Just Haven't Met You Yet by Sophie Kuzin. This book was like a very warm hug, and I'm actually gonna say that about another book in this wrap up, but this one, oh my gosh. This follows Laura. She works for a journal, an online journal, if I'm remembering correctly, and it's all about like how couples met and their love story. So she's really this like hopeless romantic person, and she believes that she's going to have that same type of like soulmate meet cute type thing, and that like kind of comes true when she is sent off to this place called Channel Islands. She picks up the wrong suitcase at the airport, and she of course looks into it, and she realizes that the person's suitcase has a bunch of things that just resonate a lot with her. And she's like, bingo, he's my soulmate, I need to meet him. So she goes on that quest to meet that guy. On the way during the quest, she realizes that, okay, maybe I was wrong about my love story being this amazing like movie type love story. She like realizes that maybe that's not even what she wants. This is a very like self-discovery book for Laura, and I really enjoyed it. I annotated it. It was really fun to annotate, and I think I gave this a 4-star. The reason why I didn't give this like a 4.5 or 5-star is because it felt very like simple at parts, or like overall this is a very like simple story. I could have like wanted more, but like overall it was also very, very sweet and heartwarming, and like I said, just a huge warm hug. The next book in my October wrap-up is probably the most disappointing one in the list, and it's very unfortunate, but that is Juniper and Thorn by Anna Reid. I'm not saying that I'm never gonna read again like from Ava Reid. I'm very interested in reading her other book, The Wolf and the Woodsman. It's just this one, like it felt like work to read it, and like that sucks. Like I don't want to read a book and feel like I need to work to understand what's going on. And not just that, like I feel like I understood most of it. It's just like up until like here, maybe even like here, I was just thinking like, why is this like why? It felt like nothing. It felt like just a very boring story until the end. The end was cool. The end was interesting. But before that, I don't know. I'm not gonna give too much away, but there's 3 sisters. They are witches, and they all have like their special magic, and they have like clients. So either it's for like remedies or like clairvoyance or anything like that. Like they have clients, and they come over, they do their job, and then they get paid, and that's how they make money for the household. Their father, who never lets them go out, so like they're stuck at the house. But one night the sisters all decide to go out, and they bring Marlington for the first time, and she like has a blast. She loves it, and she meets this guy who dances in the ballet that they went to. So I was really excited for like that little romance, but it felt extremely empty to me. There's also like murders going on, and that's probably the most interesting part of that book, figuring out like who did those murders. But yeah, I don't have much to say because I didn't really like it. I gave this a 3-star, and still I think that's like generous. So maybe like 2.5. Yeah. The next book I read was for the Tabby's book club, and that book is When in Rome by Sarah Adams. This book, guys, it is so cute. Please read this book if you haven't yet. It's just and there's pies the whole time, because this guy owns a pie shop, literally called The Pie Shop, I think, if I remember right. But oh my god, this is the other book that I was saying that like it's just like a warm hug, such a comfort read, and like so cozy and like comfortable, and just I really liked it, if you can't tell. So this follows our main character, Amelia Rose, and she is also known as Ray Rose, like the singer, the fictional singer. I said that like we should all know who Ray Rose is. Ray Rose is a very popular singer in this book, and she decided like she's had enough. She needs a few days to herself, because she's such like a big pop star. Like she doesn't get anything for herself. She's only like working. So she's like, I'm just gonna do what's best for me, which we stand. Her manager did not, and that was very frustrating. So she takes her car, she drives to the nearest Rome place, which is Rome, Kentucky, and she crashes or like has like a flat or something wrong with her car right in front of this guy, his house. So he helps her out. She's very like, she doesn't want the help because she's used to people like stalking her and like taking advantage of her because she's a pop star, but he like generally just wants to help, and they basically just end up having a great time. It's a small town romance. They end up having a great time, and I'm not gonna say more because like just go into it without knowing much. That's how I did it, and it was good, amazing. I also annotated this one because that's the whole point of the Tabby's book club. I annotated this one with my new annotating bookmark, which is specifically for like closed door romances or YA romances, and it was really fun. So check it out in my bio, it's there. I gave this a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. I don't know why not a 5. It just like, it doesn't feel like a 5 star for me, but like just 4.5, even 4.2075. I just love this book. I'm definitely going to be reading the cheat sheet at some point soon because like it's also from Sarah Adams, and I know like what types of books that she writes now. Next, I actually did not finish the book. I forgot to like take it out. I don't know where it is, but that is Payback's a Witch by Lana Harper. Here's the thing, I think I would love it. It's just I was reading it during exams and I just could not focus on it, and I just was not enjoying it. So I decided to like DNF it, but in a way that's like just not for now. I'm gonna read it at some point, maybe next spooky season, I don't know, but I just thought I would mention it because I mentioned it on my Instagram. But yeah, it's a DNF for now, but I'll be picking it up again at some point. I'm not like completely unhauling it out of my life. I want to read that at some point because I really do like the plot of it, so we'll see, but for now it's no. Then I wanted a quick read, which is exactly what it was. That's Spy X Family or Spy Family. I don't know like how you're supposed to say it, but it's a manga, and I read it in like 2 hours, an hour and a half, and it was so fun. I rated it 5 stars just because like for mangas, like it doesn't take me much to rate a book 5 star. So this is a 5 star. Follows him. They're all in the back here. Okay. Follows him. He's on a mission, but for his mission he needs to like get a fake daughter because he needs to get that daughter into a specific school where the person for the mission is like their kid is. So like he needs to get into that school somehow. He adopts her, and she's like a 6-year-old telepath. And then that's done. He's like, perfect, like let's just play along now. I have a daughter. But now he's like, okay, I need a mother too for the admissions interview with the family. So now he has to find a fake wife, and that's what he does. He finds her, and she's secretly an assassin. So it's a pretty like crazy family, but it's so entertaining. And like that's like all that happens really in the first book, and I really liked it. I loved knowing about these characters, and I bought the next day the second book, so like I really liked it. And I found out that there's actually an anime already on, only 1 season so far, but like I'm definitely checking it out. And the last book that I managed to finish in October was Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. This was really good. I like read it so fast, and it's really hilarious. Like I love those romance books where the romance really good, but it's also very, very funny. I ran out of the funny tabs, I think 2 times. So yeah, it's very funny. But this follows our main character, Phoebe Walsh. She's a PhD candidate, so love that. I love when a book has a female PhD candidate, and she studies like how we view serial killers, like documentaries and all that. So she's very like, she has that like, she studies serial killers, right? And like how they think and how other people think about them, and it's a whole thing. So she's very like cautious, and when this random guy acts really weird around her father's house, she's very suspicious. She's like, he is up to something. He's not, but she's like convinced of it. She thinks he's a serial killer. Like she's like, he's up to no good. Everybody thinks she's crazy, and they eventually go to a house party of his, and she finds out that he's actually not all that bad. I don't have much to say about this book. I read it so fast, and to be completely honest, I think that was a mistake because like I don't remember much of it, and it's been a few days. I really hate that about myself. But oh, and there's also her brother is like getting married, and there's that like as a subplot where he's trying to propose to his girlfriend, and we see him and Phoebe like try to figure out a way for him to propose, and that's like actually so cute. But yeah, the romance is very fun. It's really cute. It's a little bit fast, but I don't really mind it in this book. I would usually mind it if like they would do it right away, like on chapter 4, you know? That's like a bit too quick for me. But this one's not like that. It's a little bit quick-ish, but still reasonable. I don't know if that makes sense. Makes sense in my head, probably doesn't in yours. But I gave this 4.5, 4.25. I can't really remember exactly. But overall, I really liked it. I really recommend it. And finally, the last book on this list, I'm only 70 pages in, so I'm not counting it as an October read, obviously, but like I'll talk about it more in my November wrap-up. That book is Small Favors by Erin A. Craig. This is intriguing. That's really all I can say right now, but it's intriguing. I'm intrigued. I want to know like what's gonna go down. And it's really like mysterious and like, but it is like a fantasy YA. There's a lot of bees and honey in this, and that's like adorable. But I'm planning on reading this in the next few days. As you're watching this, maybe I'm done with it and I could have like talked about it more, but as of right now, I'm not done, so I can't really say much. But so far, I'm liking it. So these are the 5 books and a half, with this one you can't really see, that I've read in October. I had a great reading month. I did have like a ton of schoolwork, so I'm glad I actually were just able to read. And I'm hoping that I have just as good as a reading month in November. And if you notice, if you watch my October TBR, there's actually 1, 2, 3, there's 4 books on here that was in my October TBR, and that's insane. I don't do that. I don't stick to TBRs, so I'm pretty proud. I'm proud of myself. If you've made it through all of this video, leave this emoji, and that way I'll know that you've watched the whole thing. Thank you so much for watching. There are a bunch of links that you can follow down below to my TikTok, my Instagram, my Etsy shop, and there's a couple of discount codes down there for like candles and stuff, so you might want to check it out. On that note, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!